Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Okay, so y'all have to take deep breaths nowadays. So don't hold me to it. But I'm gonna try to review Little Women Atlanta this season. I have always watched Little Women Atlanta on and off. Of course, I've watched Atlanta more than I've watched the other franchises. I watched Dallas um, at one point, but I did not like the way that they jumped the black girl on there. I forgot her name. With the braids and stuff. She was a lot, but they jumped her, and that's something I could never stand for. So, um, and I've never cared for left cheek and right cheek at all. I just feel like they are just not it. I could handle left cheek a little bit more than I could handle right cheek. I forgot their names. Um, but yeah, they were a mess. And it's this whole thing of loving, and not everybody, but it's this whole thing of, fetishizing, black men, and disrespecting black women and disregarding black women and looking down on black women, but you love black men. So it's just, that whole Kardashian stuff. So I just wasn't. It's just what I get from left cheek and right cheek. Love everything about the black culture, but actually still think that you're better, and certain rules don't apply to you, and all that. And which you're right, they don't. But if you're with the people, if you're with the culture, be with the culture, okay? And if you just capitalizing and hopping in and hopping out, and still going and live your white life, and still want to hang back over here with us in the hood, just stay over there, okay? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, went off on a rant. But yeah, I did. I also used to watch LA at one point too. Tanya was my favorite. Just hilarious. And Tanya was just beating up everybody at one point. It was hilarious. Anyway, Tara, child. Y'all know Tara? Tara, why is Tara still having kids? I mean, she's a grown woman. That's her prerogative. But with all the health issues and stuff that she goes through, it just doesn't make any sense as to why she keep having kids. Like, it's just, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, so this is Little Women Atlanta. What is it? Season 6 or 8? One of them. I think it's 6. So the cast is the Tiny Twins. One name Andrea, one name Amanda. Abira, child, Miss Juicy Baby, Money is back. And y'all know that she went to, was it Dallas? I think she went to Dallas or whatever with her husband. They having issues, so now she back in Atlanta. Or AKA she wasn't making no money over there in Dallas, so she came back to Atlanta to make a check. And, of course, the one and only Miss Minnie. Y'all know that we lost Miss Minnie last year due to a car accident. Rest in peace to Miss Minnie. My God, I'm praying super hard for her mother. I know her mother is going through it. You never think of your child passing before you do. And so when that happens, it's just, And I think Miss Minnie was her only child as well. I think Miss Minnie had other siblings on her father's side. Similar to me. I have all my siblings on my dad's side. But on my mom's side, only child. So I think it was the same for Miss Minnie. So rest in peace to Miss Minnie. Her real name was Ashley. So shouts out to Miss Minnie. They said rest in peace to her, before the season started. Miss Minnie she did film the season, so we're gonna see her. Her and Juicy go back and forth, which is a constant, never ending thing, right? But yeah. So anyway, this season, we got to see Beerus Kids. Abira has the cutest kids. So she has three children that are average size, and then she has one daughter that is, a little person like she is. Abir is a whole lot of hood. Abir is, as they say around these tracks, an alley bat child. Abir is always down to fight, always down to party. Abir's had a hard life. She was a exotic dancer at one point. And she got 4 kids, child. And yeah, all the kids are super cute. She's a single mother, I'm assuming, and she's dipping and doing her thing. I don't think she no longer has to strip, so I mean that's good. Our kids are very, mannerable and just normal kids, child. They just moved here to Atlanta, and the kids are adjusting quite well. My favorite is what's her name? Is it Phoebe? I think the little girl who's a little person like she is. She's the cutest, and so sweet, and I just want to bite her. She's adorable. She's absolutely adorable. And the little bitty son that she has, he's cute as a button too. She was trying to explain to him because because the little girl is 7 and the little brother is 3, and so they were playing and stuff. And the little brother was like, I don't have to listen to her. She's tiny. She's littler than I am. And the beard was like, no, you do have to listen to her. That's your big sister. I'm little. I'm small like she is, but I'm still your mama. Okay? You got to set it straight, child. Because there's average size parents who don't set their kids straight. So I'm glad that Abira is setting them kids straight to let the people know who's in charge, child. It's me, Bira. Okay? That's in charge, child. So, we're going to cut to Abira in a minute. Back to Abira. Let me see. So, Money is back in town. Like I said, she's having issues with Moreland. Her, Moreland? I think it's Moreland. I don't really know how you spell that, but whatever. That's how Money says it, so that's what we're going to say. So Monty's back in town. Apparently her and Miss Juicy Baby had some kind of arrangement as to where if she came back to town or whatever, that she would temporarily stay with Miss Juicy. Miss Juicy, being Petty Betty, she was mad at Monty for at the reunion last year that she felt like Monty did not have her back in the never-ending fight between Miss Minnie and Miss Juicy Baby. So, Monty didn't have her back because Monty was like, y'all both say awful, mean things to one another. Y'all are constantly fighting. Then 1 minute y'all cool, then y'all back fighting. No, I'm not gonna get into that, and I completely am here for Monty's stance on that. It is the truth. Minnie is more emotional and more sensitive than Miss Juicy Baby. But Miss Juicy Baby definitely throws rocks and hides her hands. She's very vicious when she wants to be. Minnie would just be very emotional about it and speak on it. Juicy does underhanded things. And then when Minnie be ready to tackle her, she sit back and act like she ain't did nothing. She's one of those people. So, and also, there's been issues with, Minnie fabricating certain stories in the past. And so Miss Juicy is using that, on her head as, if a person don't like you, whatever they have on you, whether it's past or present, they're going to continue to use it against you because, they just don't like you. So, Miss Minnie, Miss Juicy, she kept saying that Miss Minnie was lying, and then she said that she thought that Miss Minnie was lying about being sick, which was awful and very ugly to say, but Miss Juicy don't care. She's the queen of Atlanta. So Monty was basically telling her that she didn't say all that, but she was basically saying, I'm not getting y'all mess. But Miss Juicy Baby felt like Monty deserved to have her back when Monty was originally Minnie's friend first. But then they fell out. She got cool with Miss Juicy, and then now their money is just in the middle, or just staying out of their mess. She's friends with both Minnie and Miss Juicy at this point. So, Miss Juicy baby, she thought that, like I said, she thought the money didn't have her back, and she put her out of her house after already agreeing that she was gonna stay there for a while, which was awful. You gonna put the girl out? She ain't had nowhere to go. Her stuff was still on the porch, and she left. So, cut to back to Abira's house. Money came knocking on the Beerus though, child. The kids very excited to see Money. I guess they know her or remember her. And Money came there, like, look, sis, I need a place to stay. Abira let her, stay at her home temporarily. Being little people, that it is imperative, I would think, for them to stick together. And even though they argue and fight, it's important to stick together. I wish that we were all that way, just in general. But never mind, darling. This video will be how long? Okay. So, Abira, she decides that she's gonna have a housewarming party for her new place and stuff, and she decides to extend the invitation to all the girls, even the tiny twins. Now, we see Minnie and one of the twins, I think Andrea, is meeting up with Andrea's the one that got married recently to her big husband, and she's also the one that doesn't have kids. No, I'm sorry, that's Amanda who got married to her big husband, and the one who don't have kids. Andrea's the one with all the kids and keep dealing with that sorry ass man. Sorry, y'all. I just saw something drop. I don't know. I'll look at it later. But anyway, so they're meeting up. Amanda, she feels like she's giving up a lot in her life for her sister and stuff, and help her sister take care of her kids and all that kind of stuff. And she just wants something for her own. She wants to do her own music, whatever. Andrea is very dependent on her sister Amanda in many ways. They're twins. They're identical. They're, it's a lot of togetherness. So, Drea's kids is being raised by their parents back wherever they stay. Just till she gets her stuff together and all that. She has some good parents, I tell you. They have some good parents, Amanda and Andrea. So Miss Minnie was like, so is y'all coming to a Beerus party or whatever? And they was just like, no, she's a bully. We're not coming to a Beerus party and da-da-da-da-da-da. I think a part of a Beerus frustration is the fact that the twins are treated differently than her. They are. Could there possibly be some colorism going on there? Because, the twins are Hispanic and, light skin, long hair, cute. The bear is cute, very cute, Abira. But I'm just saying, this colorism, that she's a opposite of the tiny twins. So, even though Abira we've seen this many times before, so I mean, the fact that they're little people, that does not exclude them from everything else in life. All the judgments and stereotypes and racism and colorism and all that, sexism and everything, that don't exclude them from that. So I definitely think it's possible that, that the tiny twins are treated differently than Abira, even though Abira is way more talented than them. Super more talented than them, but because to some people the tiny twins would be more visually appealing and more easier, safer, I guess, to work with in some people's minds and eyes and opinions. So that they, go with them. But, Abira's very talented. She's a good rapper, all that stuff. So the tiny twins have been spoiled a lot in their life. So, and it continues now that they're adults as well. With Miss Minnie, and the things that she did. It was not fair because Miss Minnie was the manager to the Tiny Twins and Abira. So, you know, the Tiny Twins definitely got more than what Abira got, and Abira had all her stuff together. Tiny Twins needs a lot of help. I like the Tiny Twins. I think they're adorable and, they're fun and all that. But can they rap? No. Can they sing? No. Can they booty clap? Yes. But that's about it. I mean, and that's fine. you know, Everybody has different talents. It's fine. But as far as music on this show, as far as all of them, Abira got that locked down, in my opinion. I'm just saying. Anyway, she looks really good in her confessionals too, Abira. Anyway, so the Tiny Twins wasn't coming. I already knew they wasn't coming to the party. In which I thought it was silly on Abira's part. You know that you have issues with the Tiny Twins. I don't even know why you extended an invitation to them. The little girls was very excited to meet the Tiny Twins. Her daughter, who's also a little person, and she's excited because she gets to meet other little people. And even though they're adults and she's a child, it's you need that representation. You need those people that you can say, hey, you're just like me. I can relate to you, so I can get through whatever I'm getting through. So. And, but the Tiny Twins didn't show up, so Abira took it personally because her kids was very excited. I don't think you should involve your kids in that, Abira, in terms of you getting more upset because your kids was excited. Like I said, if I have deep issues with somebody, I'm not going to invite them to my party. That's silly to me, but they're filming a show, so I'm sure she had to invite them, extend the invitation, drama, mess, whatever. So we get to Abira's little party, child. It was cute. She had it all set up. The cupcakes look good on the table. Miss Minnie ended up coming. Money was already there, and so Miss Juicy ended up coming, walking up the driveway. It was hilarious. Miss Juicy talking about, ooh, child, Beerus sledded driveway. And then she was like, it is steps too. Child, I don't know why Beerus chose that house on the hill, child, but whatever. So Miss Juicy came in there. She was just looking around. Money and Manny had absolutely nothing to say to Miss Juicy. And it was funny. Miss Juicy had to take a jello shot by herself. She was just sitting around looking, and she was like, you see me? I'm the queen of Atlanta. You see me? It was the commentary on the way up into the house, and then when they got into the house was hilarious. Abira decided to take the ladies outside to the backyard to squash their beef. Abira started talking, wanting everybody to, get cool and stuff. And Abira herself told Miss Juicy that she was wrong for how she did Minnie at the reunion, saying that her health issues is another lie. Okay. So she wasn't feeling that, and Miss Minnie took it upon herself to actually print out documentation that she actually is sick, and she threw it in Miss Juicy's face, and Miss Juicy threw it back, and it's like, my God, you don't have nothing to prove to Miss Juicy is gonna think however she wants to think. When a person is committed to not liking you or bickering with you. It don't matter what you give them. It don't matter the proof. None of that matters. If they don't like you, they don't like you, and it's as simple as that. You can bake them a peach pie, and they agreed that it was okay for you to bake them a peach pie, and they said that peach was their favorite. But when you get ready to actually hand them the nice, warm, juicy peach pie, they say, "Oh, I told you I like peaches, didn't I? Oh, my bad. I meant cherry pie." Do you see? So, let me see, what else happened? So, Miss Juicy Baby, she was having an event, and, she invited all the girls there, even Miss Minnie. She was, premiering her shades line, which, her shades look real nice and stuff. It's like, okay, Miss Juicy Baby. Miss Juicy Baby arrived later after everybody. Miss Juicy Baby looked good or whatever. Everybody came. The Tiny Twins ended up coming with their men. Um, and they did not speak to Abira. Abira didn't speak to them. Abira was off in the corner. She was just like, I just can't do this. I can't do this. She's still offended. They didn't come to her little party. Me personally, I wouldn't have cared. But hey, whatever. I ain't in the mess. I don't know. So sometimes I do. Although I like Abira, Abira does a lot sometimes, and she, it's been certain times where because things are on her mind and her feelings are hurt, she expresses her feelings through fighting and through getting mess started and stuff. That could also be the producers. Who knows? But sometimes if she just sit back and chill out and allow things to play out, I feel like more people will probably be on her side in certain situations. But I've also seen the Tiny Twins pop off at her first, and then they all of a sudden start to hold the beer back. It's like, okay, so the Tiny Twins, they can pop off, they can act the fool and be up in a beer's face, and it's two of them. But as soon as the beer get rah-rah back with them, it's a problem. You holding the black woman back, but not these two. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, all these isms come into play at times, because it's just, what else could it be? Why do you think that this person is so dangerous, but these people aren't? So anyway, Beer can fight. I'm sure she can. I'm sure she can give the girls a run. I wouldn't be shocked if she could take both of them down 2-on-1. I'm sure they're gonna get some licks in, but I think a beer ain't gonna be too hurt by it. I'm sure, but I'm just saying it's the point. It's the point that I'm trying to make. Y'all get it. So anyway, so they came in or whatever. Then Miss Juicy Baby came. I don't know. Within a few minutes of being there, Miss Juicy Baby made this ridiculous speech dissing Minnie, as she always do. Trying to put down Minnie, trying to come for Minnie. That's what real bosses do. I'm the queen of Atlanta. I don't talk about stuff. She went on and on and on. Just so unnecessary, so ugly, so silly. She's a mess, Miss Juicy Baby. She really is, and she sits back and laughs about it, or, at like Minnie nobody should have an issue with what she's saying. Whatever. Miss Juicy Baby have definitely allowed this fame to get to her head, for sure. For sure. It's deep, child. But anyway. So, Abira, she goes over to Miss Juicy Baby and say, well, why did you say that? Because you were coming for Minnie once again. You're shady. And, Miss Juicy Baby definitely have a different approach to Abira than she does with, Miss Minnie, because not too many gonna mess with Beerus, child. But anyway, and she was like, oh, I didn't do nothing. I ain't saying nothing. Wasn't directed to her, but I mean, if it was, da 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 da. I was like, oh Lord. So then the Tiny Twins said in their confessionals, why is Beerus starting stuff? For some reason, the Tiny Twins, I guess they look up to Miss Juicy Baby for some reason. And it was just like, but of course, anything against the beer, you're committed to not liking somebody, or when you just have issues with somebody, no matter what they do, or you could be completely wrong about what you think is going on at the moment, but because you don't like them, it's automatically going to be something against them. So, they didn't even know what was going on. The beer was actually just asking Juicy why she was coming for Minnie, That's how the Tiny Twins had started, and then that's when the Beerus asked the twins, which she probably shouldn't have did that, but it was going to happen eventually, child. That's when the Beerus asked the twins, so why y'all, what'd she say? And I screamed. I hit the floor, it's always alcohol involved. Beerus said, why y'all two big bubblehead girls didn't show up to my party? I like to scream. She said something to that effect. Talking about the Tiny Twins. I hit the floor. Abira is a trip. She is a trip. I would call people out when they're wrong. She's wrong many times. But when I tell you she's entertaining, Abira reads like me. Abira reads. Abira be reading. Child, it is the funniest. And they turn around. Why would you think I was gonna come? Why would you think I was gonna come? Da 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 da. They started arguing back and forth. Abira, she kept getting upset. The twins kept inching closer and closer. Abira, she was yelling when she was speaking, and spit came out of her mouth when she was talking. So all of a sudden, one of the twins spit on her on purpose. Now that was too much. That anytime you hawk up spit to spit on somebody, you deserve a knot across your head and everywhere else on your body. Yeah, because Abira wasn't trying to spit on them. She was just talking and spit came out. But the twins purposely, one of them anyway, purposely spit on Abira, and I was like, oh no. So Beerus spit back, and then they started swinging. Child, it was a mess. I think a bear picked up a glass, or somebody picked up a glass. Anyway, Miss Juicy ended up getting cut in her forehead. So of course, Miss Juicy gonna sit up here and play helpless. When that one number choke karma for getting up there saying that speech, reading Miss Minnie the whole time without actually saying her name, coming trying to embarrass her. See, you got sliced up. You should have sat down and let people enjoy your shades. But anyway, so she got that mark on her forehead. She said some on her foot too, child. She stepped on some glass. Like, child, whatever. And so child, the twins was hot, child. The twins was mad, child. The guys, they had to get the twins and stuff, and they kept trying to go back in there and get the girls, and one of them yelling, I think it was Amanda, talking about that's why you got 3 baby daddies. That's why you got 3 baby daddies. And I'm like, okay, but Amanda, your sister has 3 kids by a man that's not raising them, and neither is she, and who is constantly cheating on her. And I mean, the difference is where exactly. So anyway, child, that was a mess. So Bill, she had chilled out. She was in the back, she was these big men around. She wasn't going nowhere, child. So she just chilled out and was just like, wish I can get to him. And then the twins outside showing out, breaking glass. It was a mess. I've never seen the twins that mad. The twins was hot, child. Bill roused them girls up. You hear me? A mess. Like I said, that was it. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about this review, y'all. I'm trying to commit to watching this season of Little Women Atlanta, because I do like it, and it is entertaining. It truly is. Y'all know that I'm in good old quarantine right now, so I have a lot more time than what I usually do when I'm at work versus me at work, but I got a little minute before I go back to work. Got about a good 11 more days, so we're gonna see, we're gonna work it out, and don't cuss me out. But if y'all can remember, if I forget or something, be like, hey Mr. Chalaki or whatever, hey Chase, what's tea? You still doing Little Women Atlanta? Let me know, child, on something. Inbox me, wherever. Okay. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at This Kingsborough on Instagram and Twitter, at This Kingsborough 89 on Snapchat, Chase King on Facebook, Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal, and as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. I'll see you guys later.